Robert McNamara and the Vietnam War. Robert McNamara served in the capacity as Secretary of Defense from 1961 to 1968, serving under the administrations of both President John F. Kennedy and later President Lyndon B. Johnson. Born in 1916 in the city of San Francisco, McNamara would go on to graduate from Harvard University in 1939 and during the Second World War serve in the Office of Statistical Control. After an impressive run at the Ford Motor Company, McNamara was offered the position of Secretary of Defense by then-President-elect John F. Kennedy. The Kennedy administration entered the White House in early 1961, just as the Cold War with the Soviet Union was in full swing. There were various challenging events facing the young administration, such as the Cuban Missile Crisis, but the one that came to define McNamara's time in office most was the Vietnam War. By the early 1960s, South Vietnam was already fighting for its survival against the Communist North, who sought to overthrow the country and unify it under communism.
It's absolutely essential, therefore, that the government of Vietnam increase its activity to counter these attacks, and that we consider ways and means through increased economic assistance, increased military support, to assist the government of Vietnam in that activity.
Despite increasing U.S. forces on the ground considerably, and with major bombing runs over North Vietnam, the conflict reached a stalemate. By this point, McNamara's confidence in being able to win the war gradually became more cynical, as he realized that by increasing U.S. troop numbers and adding more bombing runs, it did not help the war effort, but instead led to increased social division at home. Faced with an unwinnable war and a domestic crisis, McNamara decided it was best to resign from the Pentagon, which he did in early 1968.
We of the Kennedy and Johnson administrations, who participated in the decisions on Vietnam, acted according to what we thought were the principles and the traditions of this nation. We made our decisions in the light of those values. Yet we were wrong. I believe we were terribly wrong.